When we interviewed Iran's President Rouhani at the UN 2 weeks ago, we focused on the foreign policy differences between his country and the U.S. But there are also serious questions about what goes on inside Iran. Here's our Power Player of the Week.
We are banned from singing. We are banned from dancing. We are banned from showing our hair.
Masih Alinejad is talking about laws in Iran that bar women from so-called indecent behavior.
When you go to Iran, stand up for your own dignity.
Now living in Brooklyn, she spent the last 10 years mobilizing women in her home country to fight for their freedom.
When I fight against compulsory hijab, I'm not fighting against a small piece of cloth. I'm fighting against one of the main pillars of a religious dictatorship.
Hijab is part of the Islamic dress code. Women must cover their head in public or risk imprisonment. 5 years ago, Masih started a website called My Stealthy Freedom, urging women to share pictures of their defiance.
I got bombarded by photos and videos from women inside Iran, holding headscarf, waving it in public and saying, this is our true self.
And what happens to women in Iran who take off the hijab, who wave the scarf, who sing or dance in public? What kind of risk are they taking?
Being a woman means that you risk your life every day.
But she didn't stop there. In 2017, she launched White Wednesday, urging men and women to wear that color in protest. The videos people sent became much bolder. Masih says 29 people were arrested in one day last year. These two sisters were each sentenced to 15 years in prison.
They know the risk, they know the danger, but they are like the women of suffrages. They want freedom, and they are ready to pay the price.
Which brings us to Masih's story. She grew up in a traditional family in northern Iran, but she always wondered why she couldn't enjoy the same freedom as her brother.
I started my own revolution from my family's kitchen.
By 2009, she was a journalist, but Iranian officials didn't like her constant questioning.
I had two options, to stay in Iran and keep silent, or leave Iran and be loud.
The Revolutionary Court has certainly heard her. This summer they banned anti-interaction with Masih.
They call me hostile government. They call me a whore. They call me a prostitute. They call me the agent of CIA, MI6. They even call me the agent of President Trump.
That isn't the worst of it. Authorities interrogated her mother and arrested her brother, and her father stopped talking to her.
I don't want to actually show them that they can break us.
Making this break with your family, with tradition, it comes at a cost.
You know, it's not easy. I haven't seen my family for 10 years. It's not easy.
But there is no chance Masih or supporters back in Iran will stop fighting.
That is why I have to be strong. Otherwise, you know, they're going to win the battle, and I'm not going to let them win.
Masih met with Secretary of State Pompeo a few months ago. She urged him, if U.S. officials negotiate with Iran about nuclear weapons and terrorism, they shouldn't forget human rights, especially the rights of women in their own country.